Welcome students. Now this is the topic of medicinal chemistry 1 for B Pharmacy third year students. Chapter name is antihistaminic agent. Now this is online lecture. Myself Mr. Mohammad Zamiruddin, assistant professor in Indira College of Pharmacy, Vishnupuri, Nanded. So dear students, if you are new to this channel, then subscribe this channel and click on the bell icon to get more videos. Okay. Now we will start the chapter histamine or antihistaminic agent. So I divided this chapter into two units. The first one is histamine and second is antihistaminic agents. So dear students, first we will see what do you mean by histamine. The histamine is a 2-imidazolyl ethylamine compound. So this is the IUPAC name of histamine. It is biosynthesized by decarboxylation of the basic amino acid, that is histidine. We have learned in B Pharm first year or second year in biochemistry in the chapter of proteins. So there are 20 amino acids are there in body. Okay. So one of amino acid is the histidine. So this histidine is a precursor for the synthesis of histamine. Now where this histamine found? So if we see in our body, the primary location of histamine is gastric mucosa in parietal cell. See, in the gastric or our stomach, there is a parietal cell, and these parietal cells contains histamine, where histamine controls the secretion of acid. Now second location, the prime location is mast cells. So these are the mast cells which are involved in the process of inflammation. So these are the mast cells. Then third is the basophils. Okay, this again blood component, basophils. Now this is the basophils, and the major last location is the central nervous system. Okay, so in central nervous system, it is known that it comprised of brain and the spinal cord. So this is the, so these four are the major location of the histamine in our body. Now let's see the biosynthesis of histamine. So it's very simple process. Here the amino acid histidine is required. Now this is the structure of histidine. Okay, dear students, this is the biosynthesis of the histamine. Now on screen you are seeing that the histidine is an amino acid. Now let's see the structure of histidine. Now this nucleus, it is called as the imidazole. Okay, we see that this is the imidazole ring. Okay, so 5-membered ring with 2 nitrogen at 1,3 position, this is called as the imidazole. Okay, and now this is the side chain. Okay, this is the side chain. Now in this side chain, if you see, there is a 2 carbons. Actually there is a 2 carbons. This is the 1 carbon and this is a 2 carbon. Okay, and this is the carboxylic acid. Okay, this is the carboxylic acid. Okay, so this is the histidine. Now this histidine is going to convert into the histamine. Now if you look the structure of histamine, then what is the difference in between these two structure? So we will see that there is a removal of carboxylic acid group in the histamine. So histamine does not contain carboxylic acid, whereas histidine contain the carboxylic acid as well as amines. Okay, so this is the amino acid. So this is the acidic group and this is the amino group. That's why it is called as the amino acid. Now in histamine, the carboxylic part is missing, it is not there. Okay, so simply we have to remove, or the removal of CO2, okay, removal of CO2 from the histidine will result in the synthesis of histamine. That's why the enzyme which is involved in this synthesis, it is called as the histidine decarboxylase. Histidine decarboxylase. So here D means removal. D means what? Removal, means something that is to be removed. It is a D. What is D? What is removing? Here carboxylase or carboxylic acid group is removing. That's why this enzyme have the name histidine decarboxylase. We all know that the enzyme name is suffixed with the AS. Okay, if you see the name of the any enzyme, so it will suffix with the ACE. Okay, sorry, ASE, not CE, ASE. So every enzyme contain suffix ASE, means every enzyme name is end with the ASE. So that's a enzyme. So this enzyme is responsible for the biosynthesis of histamine from the histidine. Now come to the next slide, nomenclature. Okay, so this is the nomenclature of the histamine. Now you are seeing the structure of the histamine. So this is the structure of histamine. Okay, now histamine composed of imidazole heterocycle. So where is the imidazole heterocycle? This is the imidazole heterocycle. So this ring is called as the imidazole ring. This is the 5-membered ring with 2 nitrogen at 1 and 3 position. So this is the imidazole ring, and the second component is ethylamine side chain. So where it is? So this is the ethylamine side chain. See, this is the first carbon, this is second carbon. So 2 carbon compound, they are called as ethane. Now this ethane and this is the amino group, that is a NH2 group. So this is ethylamine. Okay, this ethyl and this is the amine. So this is attached to the imidazole ring as a side chain. Now if we look on the structure of histamine, then this imidazole ring have 2 nitrogen and the side chain has 1 nitrogen. So this is the 1 nitrogen, this is second nitrogen, and this one is the third nitrogen. Now this first nitrogen, जिसको हमने नंबरिंग दिया हुआ है 1. Okay, this first nitrogen contain the number 1, the second nitrogen have the number 3. So this first nitrogen, it is called as the tau, or tau, or it is a tail. So we can also pronounce it as a tau. So this is the tau nitrogen, and this nitrogen is saturated. Why it is saturated? Because it is attached with the hydrogen atom. Okay, so any saturated compound means what? Saturated compound. क्या डेफिनेशन है सैचुरेटेड कंपाउंड की? Saturated compound means any compound which does not have double bonds or triple bonds, they are called as the saturated compounds. Okay, so here in nitrogen, this nitrogen is not connected to any double bond or triple bond. That's why this is the saturated nitrogen. But this nitrogen is a unsaturated nitrogen. It is a unsaturated nitrogen because it is connected to the double bonds. Double bond. Okay, so this is the unsaturated nitrogen. So this nitrogen is called as the pi. This is called as pi nitrogen. Now students, we can easily remember this because this contains the double bond, and the double bond is formed between the pi electrons, है ना. जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो रहते हैं पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, वही डबल बॉन्ड को फॉर्म करते हैं. तो दिस डबल बॉन्ड इज फॉर्म ड्यू टू pi electron. That's why it is the pi nitrogen. And this third nitrogen, there is a N amino group का जो नाइट्रोजन है, it is called as the alpha, N alpha. उसको नाम दिया हुआ है N alpha nitrogen. ठीक है. So these are the 3 nitrogens which are present in the histamine structure. Now second part is a ethylamine side chain. Now in this ethylamine side chain there are 2 carbons. So one carbon is given alpha and the second carbon is given as the beta carbon. Why this carbon is given alpha carbon? what is the rule for giving alpha and beta? The rule is that the carbon to which functional group is attached, the carbon to which functional group is attached, it is always given as a alpha carbon. तो यहाँ पे जो functional group है वो है amino group. Okay, this is the amino group, this is the functional group. Now this functional group is attached to this carbon, that's why this carbon will get the alpha position, and next to that carbon will be, okay, will gain the beta position. So if this is alpha, then this will be the beta. So this beta carbon is there. Now this side chain is attached to the imidazole ring with the help of बीटा कार्बन, है ना. यहाँ आपको दिख रहा है, नज़र आ रहा है यहाँ पर कि जो साइड चेन है अमीनो इथिलामाइन साइड चेन, तो दिस साइड चेन इज अटैच्ड टू द इमिडाजोल रिंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ द बीटा कार्बन. तो दिस बीटा कार्बन की हेल्प से वो इमिडाजोल रिंग को अटैच हुआ है. नाउ दिस इज द नोमेनक्लेचर ऑफ द हिस्टामिन. ओके, दिस इज अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ वी विल मूव टू नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Histamine, ionization and tautomerization. Okay, so these are the two terms. One is the ionization and second is the tautomerization. So definition of these two words you have already learned in B.Pharm.C. second year in organic chemistry. So basically histamine is a basic organic compound. If you look the pKa value of different nitrogen, then we will see that the pi nitrogen have the pKa value is 5.8, whereas pKa2 value is 9.40, and the N alpha, that is pKa3, okay, it is a 14. So if you look these three values, then we find that the histamine is a basic compound. Histamine is a basic compound. So this is the basic compound. Now we will see tautomerization. So histamine exists in different tautomers in our body. Okay, so what are these tautomers? Okay, let's see. So these are the tautomers in which histamine is exists. So if you see this left one structure, okay, now here this is called as the N tau tautomer. This is called as N tau tautomer. Why it is N tau? Because the tau nitrogen is saturated. Okay, this nitrogen is saturated, that's why it is called as the N tau tautomer. We have seen that this nitrogen is tau nitrogen, okay, and this nitrogen is pi nitrogen, and this nitrogen is alpha nitrogen. So this is the tau nitrogen, that's why this tautomer is called as the N tau tautomer. Now this tautomer can be interchanged or can have the interchange with the N pi tautomer. So what happens here? Only the saturation is shifted to this nitrogen. Okay, so this bond, okay, this bond is shifted here. Okay, can we zoom? Okay, no zooming is allowed. Okay, so what happened here? Only this double bond is shifting here, and this becomes single bond, and this H, that is a proton, is shifting to this nitrogen. Okay, so this happened, and this is called as a tautomer. So this is the N pi tautomer. Now histamine is exist in these two tautomers. Okay, this is the tautomer. Now ionization. So histamine in the body, it exists in the ionized form. Okay, and in ionized form it is always exists in a positively ionized form. Okay, see here. So here is a positive charge on the histamine, that is on the amino group. So this amino group have the, or it gain the positive charge, and histamine is always exist in the form of the positively charged ion, and it is attached to the negatively charged protein in the mast cell. Okay, so this is the monocations, okay, where the proton or 1 plus charge is exist on the this nitrogen, and here also the second tautomer where the plus charge is exist in the this tautomer. Okay, so this is the first tautomer. Now come to here second. Actually this should be the dications. It should be my misprint. Okay, mistyped dications. because here the positive charge are 2, this one and this is the second. So, this should be dications. So, here in dications ionization form, the 80% of the compound they exist in this form, where the positive charge is exist in amino group and pi nitrogen. This is the pi nitrogen. Okay. And in 20% of the compound, the positive charge is exist in the tau nitrogen and second positive charge exists on the amino group. Okay. So, these are the different ionized form and tautomer form of the histamine in our body. Okay. This is clear. Okay. Now, histamine is an achiral molecule. Achiral means any compound which does not have chiral center or chiral carbon. Okay. And the chiral carbon is what? Any carbon which is bond to 4 different groups or different element, it is called as the chiral carbon. But if it is not there, okay, then this is called as a achiral. So, chiral का opposite है achiral. Okay. So, this is the opposite of chiral compound. So, histamine is not a chiral compound, it is not a chiral compound. Okay. Histamine receptors exert high stereoselectivity towards the chiral ligands. Okay. This is important part. Okay. Histamine receptors, they exert high stereoselectivity, means they are very specific. Okay. And only specific molecule can combine to the histamine receptor to activate or deactivate them. Okay. So, receptors are getting activate or they are blocked only by stereo or some specific type of molecule only. So, this is the meaning of this sentence. Okay. This is clear. Now, come to the next slide, histamine receptors. Okay. So, histamine receptors and their distribution in our body. Now, histamine exert its biological function by interacting with at least 3 distinctly specific cell surface receptor. Okay. Here the word 3 is given, but where here we have given the 4 receptor. So, it might be this should be the 4. Okay. Actually, this should be 4. Okay. This is a 4. So, histamine exert biological function by interacting with the 3 distinctly specific cell surface receptor, means those receptors which are present on the cell membrane. Okay. Cell membrane, they are called as a cell surface receptors. So, histamine act on that receptor and it mediate its process or mechanism action. Okay. Now, 4 different histamine receptor subtypes in mammalian systems designated as H1, H2, H3 and H4. These are the 4 receptors. Now, we will see where these receptors they found and what major biological effect are there. So, see this table, this H1 receptor, H2 receptor, H3 receptor and H4 receptor. So, major emphasis is given only on H1 and H2 receptor. Generally, H3 and H4 receptor, they are not as much therapeutically important as the H1 and H2. These two are not therapeutically that much not important. Okay. Though they will have some their specific role, but therapeutically they are not explored, they are not studied very well. Okay. So, only we will discuss H1 receptors and H2 receptors or the drugs acting on the H1 receptors and H2 receptors. Now, H1 receptor, it is found, the major location are smooth muscles. Okay. These are smooth muscles, then endothelial cells, okay, and nerve endings. Okay. These are the major part where the H1 receptor occur. Now, their major metabolic effect are acute allergic responses. Okay. Hypersensitivity reaction or allergic reaction, it is mediated through the H1 receptor. Then vasodilation. Okay. Vasodilation means what? Vaso means vascular. Okay. Vaso के meaning होते हैं, that is a vascular. Vascular means blood vessels. blood vessels. Okay, and dilation means what? Dilation means dilate करना, means dilation के meaning होते, dilation means increase in the diameter. Increase in diameter means if there is a pipe, okay, और एक पाइप है या नाली है, then if something is causing the increase in diameter of the pipe, okay, किसी भी पाइप का अगर डायमीटर ऑटोमेटिक इंक्रीज अगर होता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द डायलेशन. और डायलेशन का अपोजिट है कंस्ट्रिक्शन. उसका अपोजिट क्या है? कंस्ट्रिक्शन. दैट इज ए अपोजिट ऑफ डायलेशन मीन्स decrease in the diameter of the blood vessels. Okay, so this is the vasodilation means dilation of the vessels or vessels. Then contraction of most smooth muscles means histamine release causes contraction of smooth muscle. See here the opposite reaction is there. On the blood vessel it is causing the dilation, but on the smooth muscle it is causing the contraction. Okay, except blood vessels, except the blood vessel means bronchial muscles, then intestinal muscles, okay, they are contracting. Now second histamine is receptor is the H2 receptor. So this H2 receptor it is primarily found on the gastric parietal cell, okay, or gastric mucosa, okay, gastric mucosa, then cardiac muscle and mast cell and brain. Okay, so the most important therapeutically important role of H2 receptor is on the gastric parietal cell, where they regulate the secretion of the acid from the stomach. Now H3 receptor they are found in the central nervous system, presynaptic, autoreceptor and heteroreceptor. Okay, so these are found on the presynaptic means synapsis से पहले, pre means before, okay, pre means before synapsis. Okay, जो synapsis जो रहता है जहाँ पर जंक्शन रहता है, जहाँ पे दो न्यूरॉन्स आपस में कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, उसको हम बोलते हैं सिनेप्टिक. ओके, सो उसके पहले जो रहेगा उसको हम बोलेंगे प्री सिनेप्टिक. ओके, देन H4 रिसेप्टर इट इज़ फाउंड इन द इंटेस्टिनल टिश्यूज, स्प्लीन, थाइमस, इम्यून एक्टिव सेल्स सच एज T cells, okay, neutrophils and eosinophils. Okay, they regulate the immune responses to the of the human body. Okay, so these are the histamine receptors and their occurrence in the body. Now next, release and function of the endogenous histamine. Okay, how histamine is released and what are the different functions of the histamine. So histamine is released due to antigens. Okay, the major cause of release of the histamine in our body is the antigen. Okay, of the antigen. What are the antigens? Okay, antigens they are nothing but they are foreign bodies. They are the foreign bodies. Okay, means any compound or any chemical or pollen grains, okay, or any organism which are not found or which is not a part of our body, so the body identify it as a foreign bodies. Okay, अपने बॉडी में जो कंपोनेंट है, जो केमिकल्स है, जो बॉडीज जो रहते हैं, अगर उसे छोड़कर उसके अलावा कोई और बॉडी अपने बॉडी में इंटर होती है तो हमारी जो ह्यूमन बॉडी है उसको एज ए फॉरेन बॉडी कंसिडर करता है, तो उसी को हम बोलते हैं एंटीजन. ओके, तो दीज आर द एंटीजन्स. तो व्हाट आर द एंटीजन्स? समटाइम इट इज़ ए डस्ट. ओके, दिस आल्सो एक्ट एज एंटीजन. समटाइम पॉलन ग्रेन्स. ओके, पॉलन ग्रेन्स जो होते हैं ट्रीज के, दे आर आल्सो एक्ट एज ए एंटीजन्स. ओके, सम केमिकल्स or compounds they are also act as a antigens. Okay, so these are the antigens which mediate the release of the histamine from the storage site. Okay, so this antigen when enter into the body, okay, it is combined with the immunoglobulin E. Okay, this is the immunoglobulin E antibody in mast cell. Okay, तो mast cells के अंदर जो immunoglobulin E है एंटीबॉडी है उससे ये कंबाइंड होता. कंबाइंड होने के बाद इट एक्टिवेट टायरोसिन प्रोटीन काइनेस, ये जो साइकिल है उसको वो एक्टिवेट कर लेता है. ठीक है, तो दिस कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एंटीजन एंड IgE विल ट्रिगर द एक्टिवेशन ऑफ टायरोसिन प्रोटीन काइनेस एंड विच इन टर्न एक्टिवेट phosphorylation and activation of the phospholipase C gamma. Okay, ये जो एंजाइम है इसको ये एक्टिवेट कर लेगा, which one, this one, and this triggered the calcium plus 2. Okay, and this calcium plus 2 induces fusion of the granule membrane, result in the release of granular contents. Okay, which granules? These granules contain the histamine. Okay, these granules contain what content? They contain actually histamine. Okay, so this granule contain histamine. So this calcium release, it induces the fusion of the granules. Okay, and result in the release of the granular content, and this content is actually what? Histamine. In granules, positively charged histamine is complexed with the negatively charged protein cation exchange with extracellular sodium ions, sets histamine free and act on the target cell. So in this way, histamine is getting released from the mast cell or their granular storage site. Okay, so the major reason for the release of histamine is a antigens. Okay, so due to this antigen, histamine is going to be released in our body. Okay, now function of histamine. Okay, we will see different functions of the histamine. Now one of the function of histamine in the gastric acid secretion. Okay, so here histamine is a powerful gastric acid secretagogue and evoke copious secretion of the acid from the parietal cells by acting on the H2 receptor. So remember that secretion of acid from the stomach, it is regulated by H2 type of receptor. Okay, so only this receptor H2. H1 receptors have some different different physiological effect, physiological action like allergic reaction and etc. But H2 receptor, it mediate the release of the acid from the stomach. Okay, so how the histamine, it causes the release of the acid from the stomach. So here it is given the complete steps. By this step, histamine is causes to release the acid from the stomach. Okay, see, we will see food or external stimuli or stress. Generally what happen when we eat food or any external stimuli or in stressful condition. Okay, it causes the release of acetylcholine. Okay, now acetylcholine, okay, acetylcholine means it is a parasympathomimic neurotransmitter, acetylcholine. You will learn this acetylcholine in detail in your pharmacology subject. Okay, so acetylcholine, that is a ACH. Okay, it act on two types of receptor. One is the nicotinic receptor and second is the muscarinic receptor. Okay, we will see this in a chapter, that is drugs acting on ANS, autonomous nervous system. जो टॉपिक है उसमें हम डिटेल में स्टडी करेंगे व्हाट इज मीन बाय निकोटिनिक रिसेप्टर एंड व्हाट इज मीन बाय मस्कैरिनिक रिसेप्टर. Okay, so acetylcholine, it activate or act on these two receptor in gastrointestinal tract. Okay, which causes release stored acetylcholine from the stored sites. Okay, then stimulate muscarinic receptor in histaminocyte, then it causes release of histamine. Histamine act on H2 receptors on the parietal cells. This increase cyclic AMP and adenosine monophosphate and increases the calcium Ca+2 release. Okay, which activate potassium hydrogen ATPase channel. Okay, this is the channel, potassium proton ATPase channel, and that result in the increase in acids secretion. Okay, so this is how histamine causes the secretion of acid from the stomach. Okay, this is the one of the function of histamine on H2 receptor. Thank you.